shit, nigga. They tear your head off, nigga.
I read what Eve did to Adam. I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no hoe to lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert, another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, it's an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. Took that open blood, do you know I'm gonna get active with you? Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spin, I ain't listening, is in fact the fear. If revenge was a woman, I scope that bitch like Jake. So I war, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crack as hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear this shit like it ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raise up the change. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. Bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow son, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone. Boy, ask you to stop and ask you to profit. It's about to get serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. Oh, he cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the profits, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the profits. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, Jeremiah, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to one step. I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no losses. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Crush your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop their ass, see the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied.
Yeah. All right, my bad. All right. It is the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? I'm Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. I'm Officer 5000 Tasha Yum. Can they hear me?
Colonel Khan, I can hear you, sir.
All right, go ahead. You're going to go ahead and introduce yourself out.
Colonel Khan, I'm Precinct Officer of 1000, Officer Hawar, representing the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana.
Damn right. Damn right.
And I am Precinct Officer Ka'az, Precinct Officer 50 in ISUPK.
Hey, you know what? All right, tonight it's going to be a little tight because guess what? Nobody showed up. None of the Christians showed up. We had 3 Christians that was going to be on here tonight. One was the boy Don. And then you had Apostle Carlos. Apostle Carlos, he said he had to fix his his room because the room that he does his podcast room from show from, he said he doesn't get a good signal. And last week we was going to talk about, this is the subject and the topic we was going to talk about last week, but we wasn't able to talk about it because that the werewolf thing was kind of crazy, wasn't it?
Like Christians, they always put themselves in a pinch. You know what I mean? They talk in circles, and it turns out they prove exactly what we've been saying the whole time. That the oppressor is an animal.
He is definitely
an animal. He's hairy and
right.
Things that Christians say. I mean, that's what they do. I mean, the boy pulled out the Geico commercial ball. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Werewolfism. Only sold white people.
And then it was Esau. That's what I told him. I said, well, it's still Esau. I mean, at the end of the day, it was still Esau. What you got on that, Officer War?
Right. That's the thing Christians say. They can't say anything other than keeping and saving their oppressor.
Right. Okay. So we could go ahead and just talk about it. And if they pop on, they pop on. But let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Did Christ bring a new commandment? And the question is, where do they get that thought process from? Where do they get the thought process that Christ did away with the law? I would like to say, I was thinking about it, right? Think about it. In slavery, we was only given the New Testament.
Right.
We was only given the New Testament. So that's what their understanding is like. Mm-hmm. I mean, think about it. Think about it. We was only able to see and look at the New Testament. So now, today, it's like blaspheme to read the Old Covenant with Christians. It's like blaspheme. And if you got any precepts you want to pull, Officer Award, you could pull them and we'll bring them up on the screen. But this is one of the heaviest parts about it is they always try to use Matthew 5.
Yo, they do.
It's crazy.
5 and 17. They go right to the law.
Yeah, like I can't look. You can't look up on a woman and want her at all. How the hell are you gonna survive?
Because they BTQ.
Yeah, how you gonna survive? You know what? You got to be like Obama said. Obama said that having a good black man or a good man, period, is not enough. You heard what he said? Did you hear that statement, sis? Did you heard that right? He said you got to have a gay man in your life,
feminine man,
a feminine man.
Bring the feminine energy.
That's crazy, you know. And then I'll be talking to like my family and friends, and that I know that's Christians, and I'll be like, well, what's up with that? Why is he still? Oh, well, you know, he's trying to cater to everybody. He doesn't need to cater to nobody. Exactly. He's not running for the president no more. His running is over. He's still hearing. He's just trying to cater to everybody. I've never heard Michelle talk about black women. Now, I'm not saying she hasn't, but I hear her talking more about people that transition more than black women.
No, you're right. I never heard her either.
Yeah,
Never heard it either.
that's all I hear about. I don't hear anything else. I really don't.
Salaki, sir. Salaki,
Mhm.
sir, if I could. Right before the election, one of her biggest town halls or meetings she had was in a jail talking about making it easier for prisoners to transition.
It's crazy.
And I never understood that.
Yo, listen. Listen, I don't. You know, they say Michelle got it. They say
Salaki.
I don't even want to say it.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say it because I'm gonna have to go take a shower.
What'd you say?
They say Michelle a man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you heard that before? No. Yeah.
What?
He did call her Michael. He did call her Michael. I was a little thrown off on that one. You know about that one?
No, I never heard that.
So on several occasions he called her Michael. But did you hear the new one?
What's that?
Candace Owens is being sued by the French president Macron because she's saying that his wife has been living a transgender life all these
I
years.
heard that. That's going to be right here in Wilmington. That's going to be that lawsuit going to be right here in Wilmington. I'm gonna go down there and try to get some views. I'm gonna go down there and be like, I'm here to talk about Candace Owens and the trial. My number's gonna shoot up. My number's gonna shoot up. But now let's get into it. Okay, so all right, so what you got on that? Things that Christians say. Why do Christians say that Christ came with a new commandment? What precepts y'all got on that?
Are they using Salaki, sir, if I could, St. John's 13:34? Is that what they're using?
You know they using that one. Pull that one up. Can you pull that one and share that? You know they use that one. They definitely use that one. And you know, when I just had a debate about this, and that's the precept that they pulled up, and I was trying to explain it to them. How would you explain it? First, let's pull it up on the screen so that those that view it can see the scriptures that we're talking about, and then we can break it down and we can show why and where the error is being taken place.
Like you said, John 13:4.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's ain't it 13 and 34? I think. Hold up. It's, when you talk about I give you a new commandment, right? Yeah. Are you familiar with that one? All right, that's John 13 and 34.
I'm coming right now.
And you can share it. So this is a precept. This is a scripture that Christians use to say, and listen, when I talk to Christians, I try to be fair. And because I was a Christian before, and I try to get them to understand, I do understand why they are saying that. I do. But I try to show them the error in that. Can you pull it up?
Comic-Con. It's up there. All I gotta do is put it on.
Okay, I see it. Good, you got it.
Comic-Con. This is the book of John, chapter 13 and 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that you are my disciples.
Now, how they break it down? Go ahead. Who want to touch it? Because a Christian to say, all right, I'll play Christian. I'll be Christian. I played Christian with Captain Cesariak one time. I thought I was a good Christian breakdowner until I ran into Captain Cesariak. We had went to Boston one time, and he could play Christian better than I can. But this one is John 13 and 34, so that Christians can actually look at it, and those that watch the show, you can talk to your Christian family and friends about it. You can ask them, okay, so right here where it says, a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. So of course they say that this is talking about everybody. Mm-hmm. That's what they say. They say this is talking about everybody. And what you got on Salakia? What you got on?
The audio went out, sir.
Mine's out. Okay, what about now?
You're back.
Okay, so when I shoot out, mine's go out. All right, I need you want to break. You want to break that down? Take a shot at that.
Con, if you read up, with all things in the scriptures is context, right? So when you read up above, Jesus Christ was explaining to the apostles that he's about to leave. He's going to leave the scene. So that's the context of the conversation.
What verse you want him to go up to?
31, Baba Kusha.
Khan, this is John 13 and 31. Therefore, when he was gone out, Yahushua said, now is the Son of Man glorified, and God is glorified in him. If God be glorified in him, God shall also glorify him in himself, and shall straightway glorify him. Little children, yet a little while I am with you. Ye shall seek me, and as I said unto the Jews, whither I go, ye cannot come. So now I say to you, a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
See, so right there, he was explaining to them that there's a time going to come that he's not going to be on the scene, right? And it said, who was he talking to? His audience was the Jews.
Right.
He just said it. To the Jews.
Now, this is to the church, brother.
No, to the Jews. We just read it.
Nah, listen. I'm telling you, the Christian going to say, this is to the church.
Ka'ash, could I get the last precept of 33, Baba Kusha?
Uh-oh.
Khan. Whether I go, ye cannot come. So now I say to you, a new commandment I give unto you.
No, the last precept of 33. And as I said,
unto the Jews.
Unto the who?
Unto the Jews.
Unto the who?
Unto the Jews.
Unto the Christians.
Unto the Jews.
Unto the church.
Unto the Jews.
Unto the Jews, read.
Whether I go, ye cannot come. So now I say to you, a new commandment I give unto you. That
right there. Right there. His audience is the Jews, which is the nation of Israel. He is commanding them that the strategy that they have to employ is that because when a leader leaves, they always attack his followers. So Christ was telling them that the winning strategy is unification, that they got to stick together. You understand? And that's the love of each other. Because at that time in Israel, we were segregated, right? Separated. You had the northern tribes in other nations, and even in Judea, you had the rich Israelites, the Pharisees, right? And the Sadducees, the separated ones. You had a group called the Sicarii, which was vigilantes running around. So outside of Christ's apostles, the nation was divided. So it wasn't a new commandment like the 10 Commandments or the the other commandments of the Bible. This was a law he was given to his direct followers into the nation of Israel, that unity is what's going to overcome our current condition, which is being enslaved by the Romans.
And that's exactly how you're right, though. That's exactly how that was a cold precept too. Like you said, to go right above that, and then you see it, and then boom, it's right there. It's right in your face. And I'm gonna touch. You want to touch on it? You don't want to touch on it? I'm gonna touch on her. I'm gonna touch on it real quick. I'm gonna okay. So of course I'm gonna go to the same writer. I'm gonna go to the same writer, like to show, like you showing that precept to show that it's not anything new, right? It's not any. I mean, that who is being written to, right? But here, right? I'm gonna show here. It says this is 1 John chapter 2 and verse 7, and it says, "Brethren," which is we know now it's the Jews. I write no new commandment unto you, but an old commandment. See, and then the Christian to say, now I like when I'm talking to a Christian, right? And they bring that up. I like to go to verse 8 first, though. I like to go to verse 8 and say, and again, a new commandment I write unto you, which things is true in him and in you, because the darkness is past and the true light now shineth. Right? So they'll be like, see, it's a new commandment. But when you go up to the verse right before that, he says, same writer. This is the same writer from John 13 and 34. It's the same exact writer. So you need to put those precepts together so that you can know that the same writer writes, brethren, I write no new commandment unto you, but an old commandment, which ye have heard from the beginning. The old commandment is the word which ye have heard from the beginning. So, and what it is brotherhood.
Right.
It's brotherhood. But that's a mean one. You want to ask something?
Yeah, could you use the verses where it says that where you can't add or subtract anything from this Bible?
Absolutely. Yeah. Like different Christians are different. It depends on what type of Christian you're talking to. You got some that's Old Testament only. They Christians to me. Muslims is Christians to me. Muslims is Christian to me because they believe in the virgin birth.
Real?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they believe in the magic. They damn sure believe in the magic. So
like it, sir, did you coin that phrase on this show, desert Christians, about Muslims?
No.
So,
No. Look, and you know what? I'm gonna get in one more. Now, those that if you are writing these precepts down, I'm gonna give you one more. I'm gonna get in one more. This is 2 John. I want to go to 2 John. 2 John 1 and 5, I think it is. Let me see. Yep. Same writer. So you want to put these this is the same writer. It reads 2 John chapter 1 and verse 5. You got it? Go ahead.
And now I beseech thee, lady, not as though I wrote a new commandment unto thee, but that which we have from the beginning, that we love one another.
Keep going.
I got a beautiful chapter. So
and this is the love, that we walk after his commandments. Mm-hmm. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye shall walk in it. So the point is, these precepts right here show that there is no new commandment. When you read there, when he says, I give you a new commandment, remember, he was given that new commandment because they were fighting and it was beef with one another. Right. The forgiveness was out of the door. They wasn't even trying to work with the northern kingdom at all. They wasn't trying to work with Israelites that wasn't circumcised on the 8th day. So this is one of the reasons why Yahushua had to come. All right. What else y'all got? Anything else?
What precept was that, sir?
That was 2 John 1 and 5.
And if I could add, you know what I mean, you can also use Jeremiah. Well, I think we can use Jeremiah 6 and 16.
You want me to get to it? Let me get it. Let me get it. You said Jeremiah
6 and 16.
Jeremiah 6 and 16.
And also when Paul said, and also when the Apostle Paul, he said, he said the scriptures is here for our learning. You know, what I mean?
That was was written for our 4 times. Was written for our learning. All right, you want me to read it, John? Jeremiah 6 and 16. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old path.
Right.
Where is the good way? And walk therein.
Right.
And ye shall find rest for your soul."
Right. And so we just have to walk in our old paths, and the paths our ancestors walked in. You know what I mean? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I always go back to the, I should say, founding fathers of, you know what I mean, of our faith. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if that sounds too Christian or not. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm trying to say? Sir?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So
I definitely know what you're saying. But I'm gonna tell you a mean one that they use. You know any ones that they use? Any Christians use to say that you don't have, Christ came with new commandments. Christ came with something new. He didn't come. He's not teaching the old. The big one is John 5.
John 5.
I mean, Matthew 15. I mean, 5. Salakia. Matthew 5. I mean, Matthew 5. Right. Matthew 5 is a big one because this is the one that Christians use, and they never go to 5 and 17. They never go to 5 and 17. They never do that. They always go to, I'm gonna show you the one. This is crazy to me. This is crazy. They go to, and I hope one of my Christian people watching too. I hope they watching because they're gonna be like, yeah, I gave him that. The one that they use a lot is the one about adultery. Where is it at? 28. 5 and 28.
Con.
Hold on. What you there? Matthew chapter 5 and verse 28. I need somebody. Got it.
Con. Matthew 5 and 28.
Now listen, now Christians use this. They use this heavy. This is a big one. This is a big one right here. Go ahead.
But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
All right, so they use that. What is that saying? And look, let me say this. The person I was talking to, I know they're going to watch it. They're going to definitely watch this, right? Oh, they was heavy on the word lust. Oh, you can't lust. Oh, you can't. You know you can't lust. You can't do that.
Damn.
I said, damn.
I forgot all about that, for real.
What's that?
Like, about your boy. I forgot all about what you told me.
Okay, so how would you explain this one? Because a Christian definitely gonna say that, look, you can't look. If you look up on a woman in lust, is lust bad? Not in your mind. Well, what is lust? What? Fantasize.
It sound like really Hebrew.
Yeah.
Really.
Hey, look. Yo, you crazy. Yo, look. Lust, right? You know, when it talks about tides, it talks about you can eat whatever your soul lusteth after, right? Whatever you want, right? So lusting is not, but how are you going to explain this precept right here? Christians use this precept. Let me just say, Christians use this precept right here, and they clearly say that you can't look upon a woman in lust. Read that one more time.
But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
So you done committed adultery with the woman already. This is what Christians say. It's very simple. A Christian, but Officer Ward just said something that was brilliant, which everybody should do. Let's try out what he said. Let's go up. Let's go up to verse 27. So now we're going to look at the context. Now we looking at the context, we getting an understanding. So when a Christian says that that look up on a woman in lust, right, is a sin. Well, it can be if this is the case. Go ahead.
Verse 27. You have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery.
So this is what was said of old. Thou shalt not commit adultery. So what do Christians say? What do Christians say? Who got it? Who got it? Anybody? Officer Whoa, you heard this one before?
I can't say I have. I've heard the argument, but I don't, know what Christians.
You never heard that? Okay. Do you? What's their argument? You know their argument? All right, let me tell you. This is crazy. This is crazy. They say, you have heard that it was said of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. So they're saying that one that's over. Right. This is this is their concept. Yeah, right. Christians.
So they saying the law, Salaki, sir. So they saying the law is old, like it's done away with.
Exactly. That's what they're saying.
Wow.
And they're going to see this, and they're going to If they say that we're lying, they lying.
Wow.
They're lying. I just had this conversation with someone. So they'll read that and say that it is old, and that's why. It's no more. See, and it says, "Thou shalt not commit adultery." No, Christ, he ended that. Keep going.
Common concept. Verse 28. But I say unto you.
Stop right there. Listen, I argued for about 30 minutes. The person gonna see this. I argued about 30 minutes. They probably was just on and went off. I argued about 30 minutes over this. The word "but." The word "but," because they're saying now, because it says "but," it's saying, "But I say unto you," that means that he's changing it. That's what they're saying. Go ahead, keep going.
That whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
So now we understand what it's talking about. It's talking about adultery.
Right.
It's talking about adultery. So what is adultery?
It's either a man sleeping with another man's wife or a woman sleeping with somebody outside of her husband.
Okay, so now wait a minute. Christians ain't going for that. They're not going for that because that's half of the truth, they'll say. But what about a woman, a man sleeping with another woman, and the precept? Oh, I'm about to pull it. You know what? Let me get the precept for adultery real quick so that they can see that. What you about to say, Officer Ward?
Like you, sir. So I would ask the Christian that bring that term up, right? I said, okay, practically speaking or understanding, are you saying that according to a Christian's mentality, every married couple is in adultery?
Say that again.
According to Christians, every married couple is in adultery. Because if you look upon a woman to lust after her, isn't that what a man look at a woman for? So if I'm never to look at a woman, then any married person, any man that looked on a woman and married her to have sex with her is in adultery.
That is true. Yeah, you can't even you can't look up on her and like her at all.
Right. According to Christians, I'm saying. So practically speaking, going according to their understanding, every married couple is in adultery. Is that what? And then I would ask them, is that what the scripture is trying to imply?
That's a good way of bringing it to them and asking them too about that. I guarantee you I don't know what they'll say on that one.
Because they see the line of questions, like you say, if I could, is going to show that they already don't understand. So when you put them in that box, like Captain Tazariak said, be on the offense, you got to ask them the practicality of what they're saying. Because Christians are impractical.
Very impractical. Very good.
And also Christians don't even believe in the idea of marriage anyway. Like they don't even follow one man and one woman anyway. Like I don't know any Christians growing up that was a so-called virgin, you know what I mean, and they waited to have sex and get married. You know what I'm talking about? Like they don't even believe in that. They don't believe in monogamy. You know what I mean? They're all just a bunch of.
Well, you know what I call them? I'm gonna tell you. I got a name for them. I got a name. The name that I give them is habitual monogamers.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Habitual monogamer is someone that feel as though they're doing right and they're righteous because they only messing with one person at a time. So she'll mess with this dude, then she'll break up with that dude, then she'll go with that dude and that dude. Hey yo, but I'm gonna tell you something. I had a deep man. You know what? I ain't even gonna bring that up. It's too deep. But
after you answer this, I have what I will think is what a Christian would think is like in battle rap, a haymaker. Romans 10:4.
Oh,
after this,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
If you're not solid in the faith, a Christian could rock your knot with that one.
Yeah, they can definitely. I got a little joint in there too. I'm about to pull it up for you. I'm about to pull him up right now. That's a big one right there. That's a big one. Romans 10:4. Huge one. Huge. Let me bring him up. There.
Oh, Salaki, sir, did you finish the other breakdown?
No, yeah, I'm good on that. I'm good. I mean,
Okay.
it is what it is. I mean, it's adultery, and adultery is sleeping with another man's wife. All right, so this one, you got it? Oh,
Khan.
all right, go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter, Romans chapter 10, verse 4. For Christ is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believeth.
Now, you know they gonna go crazy with that one. They gonna go crazy. Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, a Christian will lose their mind. They'll be like, see, I didn't told you. They'll lose their mind on this one right here.
Salaki, sir,
But
not the reason why I pulled this precept, because I've heard Christians say that they believe in the law of Jesus. So are they using this precept for that concept that they don't believe in the Old Testament, but they believe in the law of Jesus?
man, I'm gonna try to get this boy on the one that we was talking about this. Yeah, that's what it is. They believe that Christ came with new commandments. They believe that Christ, that's why they said with that adultery piece, they're saying that he changed it. You can't look at a woman like, God damn.
No, you walk with your head down.
I can't look.
And the Christian know damn well they looking.
Damn well they
You know what I
looking.
mean?
Damn well they looking. Go ahead. You want to break that down? Officer
Romans?
Ward, yeah, you got it. Got to give them understanding because they're gonna watch and they got to get understanding on it.
Right. If you could read it again, Officer Kash.
Khan. Romans 10:4.
Could you bring it down on the screen? Babu Shah?
Oh, Salakia. What you wanted? You wanted where? What verse?
Verse 4.
All right, there we go.
Khan. For Christ is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believeth.
Right. So now on the surface, it sounds like Christ ended the law. That's not what it's talking about. Because when you read in Matthew 5:17, Christ said he did not change the law. So what is the end of the law? It's not talking about the law itself. It's talking about the punishments of the law. You understand? That's what it's called: laws, statutes, and judgments.
Right.
The judgment is the penalties for breaking the law.
Right. And to jump on that with you, to give hold on, wait a minute. To jump on there, the scripture says Christ is the end. There's no condemnation in those who are in Yahweh Shah, which is you in Christ Jesus. So that's what it's talking about.
Right.
You're no longer under that condemnation. Just wanted to add that.
Right.
What else you got?
And the condemnation is the judgment.
Yeah.
Also, too, if you're in Christ, it's already assumed that you're keeping the commandments.
Now, one of the big ones too is what's that? Christ fulfilled the law. That's a big one.
Absolutely.
That's a big one. That's huge. Christ fulfilled the law. What does that mean? What does that mean? And anybody in the chat, if they want to add it in the chat, they can. But what does that mean when Christ fulfilled the law? What's that? Which one they use a lot? Matthew 5:17. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's go to Matthew 5:17. That's crazy. They do use Matthew 5:17.
But that's what's so crazy, sir, if I could, because when it says Christ is the end of the law in Matthew 5:17, he said, think not.
Right.
And also, I like to ask Christians this type of question. You know what I mean? If Christ is the end of the law for everyone that believes, you know what I mean? Like, what can you not do?
Right.
So like every criminal and sexual deviant can use that scripture and be like, listen, this is the end of the law. Because I believe the law is done away with, they're gonna go out and start committing all kind of heinous crimes against you because they believe. All they have to do is believe and say that you believe it. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
And that is the twisted part of that mentality.
And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. They use this one right here. Matthew 5:17. Right in your face, they'll say it. You'll read, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. So what the hell does that mean? Now Christians to say that fulfilling the law means what? What do Christians say? I know this one good. What you got on that one, Award?
To fulfill that he ended the law, I guess that's what they mean, fulfill.
Yeah, they definitely believe that. But how do the psychology behind it? How do they do that? You know the psychology behind it? The theology behind it?
I don't lie, sir. I don't.
Let me tell you that. Go
Rephrase
ahead.
that question a little bit, but like,
What is the theology behind the Christians saying that Jesus fulfilled the law? How do they break that down to show like he fulfilled it? And this is
they use his death.
they definitely use his
The
death.
Christians I talk to only talk about his death. You know what I mean? Oh, he died on the cross for our sins, and that's the fulfilling part.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's the Christians I say. My Christians aren't very smart, so I can just.
All right. Well, okay. So peep this. What they say is, you ever heard this? Now they say that Jesus fulfilled the law because we were not able to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
We were not able to keep the law.
Right.
So Christ came and he did it. And by him doing it, he fulfilled it. Now I can eat pork.
Right.
Now I can eat crab.
Being sexual deviant.
Right. Now I can do all those things. That's the theology behind it.
So,
Is
like
that-
sir,
Go ahead.
I got a question. So, if I'm talking to a Christian man, right,
Mhm.
respectfully, could I just put him on the spot and ask him, okay, so if I was to go according to what you're saying, respectfully, would it be out of the bounds or realm or possibility that I could ask your wife for some relations?
I don't know how the brother would feel. God damn.
Because let's see, you put them in a box. You're saying that adultery is done away with in the flesh of Christ. So if adultery is done away with, it's fulfilled in the flesh of Christ. Then if I could respectfully ask your lady, to have a one-off with me, would that be considered adultery?
God damn. That's crazy right there. I mean, what?
You got to meet them where they at.
You're definitely meeting them where you at. Hey, I asked somebody, okay, so Christ fulfilled the law so that now you can be gay?
Right.
Like he fulfilled the law so you can be gay. That's what you're telling me. And, but you can't look on a woman in lust, though. That's crazy, man. That's crazy right there. Okay, so now we talking to the Christian. The Christian pulled this script, this precept right here. How are you gonna deal with it? Who got it? How are you gonna deal with it? All right, I'm gonna try not to eat.
I'll select you, sir, if I could. I would go with the first part of the precept.
All right, let's go. Well,
Yahushua said, think not that he came to destroy the law.
I don't even know. See, I can't even be a good Christian right here because it's just right here. It's right there. He said, think not I come to destroy the law. Okay, so a Christian gonna say, okay, he didn't come to destroy it or the prophets. He didn't come to destroy none of that. You see, my voice got to get a little high.
They were like, name me somebody who
Oh,
can
yeah.
keep the whole law.
Who
They
can
were
keep
like,
the
who
law?
keep the
Yeah.
whole law?
Who you got? They definitely ask you that. Who you know can do that? Who you know can do that? And they'll
I use
say,
myself.
oh my goodness. When I tell Christians that, they really flip
You're
out.
perfect.
Oh, you
I'm
Christ
perfect.
now.
Oh, you perfect.
You Christ now. But look, he says, think not I come to destroy the law of the prophets. I'm not come to destroy, but to fulfill. So this is what a Christian is say. A Christian is say, he didn't come. You see, I got to change my pitch. He didn't come to change the law. He didn't come to do away with it or anything. He came to fulfill it. And by him fulfilling it, now that's all I got to do is have faith in him. And now I'm saved. Boom. There it is.
Well, brother, sister, the problem is that as a Christian, you're told to stop right there. You need to continue reading. Because in the 18th verse, it says, till heaven and earth pass.
Okay, well, heaven and earth has not passed. So that means that he has fulfilled it. And once he has fulfilled it, which he did at the cross, now, I don't even know what they
He said, but he said, till heaven and earth pass shall in no wise pass from the law.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. They get around it till all. Wait a minute, it says until all be fulfilled. So is all fulfilled when Christ went to the cross?
Is the heaven here and still is the earth still here?
Yeah, they're gonna say, yeah.
I think they just skip over and go straight to Jesus.
Yeah, they definitely.
They just don't even acknowledge it.
But Jesus said, these is his words, it's in red. He said, in no wise pass from the law.
From the law. All right, let me see. I got a couple more.
I know it was like Luke 24, right? Want that one?
Which one?
Luke 24. I forget.
Is it Luke 24 and 44? Talking about that one? Yeah, we better give him sense, huh?
Oh, yeah, Luke, I got it right here.
Yeah, we better give him sense. Let me pull it up. It's another one in Acts too. Cat be using one in Acts. You said Luke 24 and 44. That's it. Let's give them sense, because they'll say, see, they didn't know what to say about that. They didn't know what to say. All right, go ahead.
This is Luke chapter 24 and 44. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you.
So Christ is saying this. Yahushua is saying this. Go ahead. So it's talking about fulfilling the law. So this is a precept to give you understanding what fulfilling the law means. Go ahead.
While I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled.
All things must be fulfilled, right? Go ahead.
Which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me.
So that's what fulfilling the law means. Fulfilling the law means that the things that was written in that law that pertains to our King, Yahushua, he came to do them. This is how he can be identified. You know, a lot of times I used to be like, okay, Christ had to come. I mean, we had to have the Old Testament, because if Christ would have just came on the scene and did all those things, we wouldn't have known what the hell he was doing it for.
Right.
We'd have been like, well, what the hell is he doing all that for? Why is he doing that? Why is he saying that? But we know because it was written. It's in the scriptures. It's in the law. And
Slacky.
go ahead.
You know what's crazy? I was talking to a Christian like last week, right? And I brought them to the book of Psalms. And they told me that I couldn't use the book of Psalms as prophecy because it was more of a poetic type feel. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
They try to discredit the entire book of Psalms as like it's not the word of God, which blew me away.
That's
like,
crazy.
I didn't even.
That's crazy.
They caught me off guard. I didn't have no comeback for that one. Like, I was like,
That was crazy. You should have said you crazy.
it did. I was like, what?
It's plenty of places you could have took them to show them that the scripture says David is a prophet.
That's what I said. I was like, David wrote most of the, or probably all the Psalms. It's like he's a man after his own heart.
Right. But it says it in it's crazy. It says it in the book of Acts. It says it that he's a prophet. But I want to get back to Matthew. You got anything you want to bring up, Officer War? Officer War, can you hear me? What happened?
Salaki, I was muted. Salaki. La'asa, I'm too out.
I want us to go through this Matthew 5, man, because this is a big one for Christians, and I think this is the majority and the major one. They never go up to verse 17. They never go up to think not that I. You know what's heavy about this chapter too? This chapter, like, really is showing you the spirit of the law. That's what it's showing you. You know where it talks about the spirit of the law? That's in 2 Corinthians, I think 3 or 5.
Spirit of law.
Yeah, let's pull that up real quick.
2 Corinthians.
It's either chapter 3 or chapter 5. Yep. Chapter 3, 2 Corinthians 3, and we're going to start at verse 7. Actually, start at verse 6.
Go
ahead, you got it.
2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 6.
Mhm.
Who also have made us able ministers of the New Testament.
So remember, Paul is writing this, and he's bringing it down, and he's letting you know that, hey, listen, they were made ministers of the New Testament, the new covenant. So that's what this is talking about, the new covenant. Go ahead.
Not of the letter, but of the spirit. For the letter killeth, but the spirit giveth life.
So what the hell, what is that talking about? What exactly is that talking about? And how Christians, I don't know how a Christian would address that. How you think they would address that, Officer of War? You want to take a shot at it? I don't know how they would address that.
Could read it again, Babu Kasha?
Khan. This is 2 Corinthians 3 and 6. Who also have made us able ministers of the New Testament, not of the letter, but of the spirit. For the letter killeth, but the spirit giveth life.
Yeah, they probably would.
Yeah, they wouldn't understand. Because that spirit is, like you were saying, Priest Officer Tashiyam, is Christ. He came in the spirit of the law.
Right. And they can't grasp that. They can't grasp it. They'll actually remember their whole concept is it ain't no more Old Testament. There is no more law. There is no more commandments. So when this is saying not of the letter, they say that the Old Testament is the letter, but of the spirit. They say the spirit is the New Testament, which it is, but they say for the letter kill it. So they saying the Old Testament kills, but the spirit give it life. They say, you know, it's a mixture of two in there. You know what I mean? You can hear a little bit of what they trying to say, but where they get lost at is when they say the Old Testament, it kills you, not understanding that letter kill it, that condemnation, that judgment,
Right.
not understanding that part.
The judgment.
Correct. That's the part I think. What do you think? I think that's the part that really gets them fuzzy, gets them woozy.
I never heard a Christian break this down.
No.
Yeah, so often.
I heard a Christian try to go at, because I bring them, I bring all kinds of shit. And they be like, what, wait a minute. But I heard them say that. Have you ever brought this to a Christian attention, Officer of War?
But if I did, they don't understand when Christ said he's the mediator of the New Testament.
They don't. Remember, we was just watching the debate where Cap brought it out, and the boy bust his head with that. He bust his head with that. But look, let's talk about that a little bit, right? So it says in verse 6, who also had made us able ministers of the New Testament, not of the letter, but of the spirit, but of the letter kill it, but of the spirit give it life. And it tells you really in the next verse, and it goes to what Officer of War was saying earlier. It says, but if the ministration of death written and engraved in stones was glorious. So it's saying that the old covenant is a glorious thing. It says, so that the children of Israel could not stand fast and behold the face of Moses for the glory of his countenance, which glory was to be done away. That's when Moses came down off of the Mount Sinai, and his face was shining, and they had to put a veil over his face. And they're saying that glory would fade away. You know what I'm saying? It says, how shall not the ministration of the Spirit be more glorious? If the ministration of condemnation be glory, much more doeth the ministration of righteousness exceed it. So it's saying that the ministration of condemnation, which is that law, that old covenant, much more doeth the ministration of righteousness exceed that. So it's talking about the fact of how much more the New Testament would do, how much more it would bring in righteousness. You got something you want to add to that?
Colonel Sir Slacky, if I could. After reading this precept, if I could, I'm just asking a question. Would it be strategic to bring up the woman caught in adultery to show them that was Christ administering the spirit of the law and not the letter of the law?
Absolutely. But I'm going to tell you what Christians do with that one is.
Oh, boy.
They do, though. I'm just telling you what they do.
I didn't know they could go around that one.
They do, because they say, see, that's Christ giving grace. And Jesus bent down and he wrote everybody's sin in the sand. He wrote their name. He wrote their sin next to it. You ever heard that before?
I never heard that.
Oh, man, I deal with some wild Christians. Yeah, they bent down. And they say that was grace. That's him with the new covenant. They're not understanding. You know what they don't understand? That mercy was also a part of the law. Grace was also a part of the law. They don't, what's that? Matthew 23 and 23. Can we get that? So you want to pull this for Christians when they say, well, grace, it wasn't no grace. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was mercy. So when Christ gave her mercy, that wasn't something new. That they'll say that was new. That's new right there. Nah, look at what Christ says to the Pharisees. I got this one from Cat.
Matthew 23 and 23.
So remember, Christ gave the woman mercy. That's what he gave her. He gave her mercy. Go ahead.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin.
So they pay these tithes, right? Go ahead.
And have omitted.
So they omitted this. They got rid of this. Go ahead.
The weightier matters of the law.
The weightier matters of the law. I just brought this out. The weightier matters of the law. So they omit this part out of the law. Go ahead.
Judgment. Mercy.
What?
Mercy.
That's what the Most High, that's what Yahweh Shai gave the woman at the well. He gave her mercy. See, he didn't omit it, but the Pharisees and the scribes, they omitted it. So he says the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy. Go ahead.
And faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone.
So it was definitely mercy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. Go ahead.
So I have a question. Can you show me an example of that in the Old Testament?
Absolutely. You know, one of the perfect things. Okay, which one would you show?
Now, I would show the city of refuge. The city of refuge.
The city of refuge is a good one.
Because remember, murder is punishable by death.
By death.
That's the weightier matter of the law. But the mercy is the murderer is allowed travel to a city of refuge to escape the penalty of being unalived themselves.
And that you can't get no better.
You can't get around that.
A better example than that right there. you just can't. The one I was going to use is when Moses went up there and was pleading for him, but that one right there is concrete, solid within the law itself, though.
It's like you, sir. I never thought of it till this moment because I never knew that precept where it says mercy is part of the Old Testament. So it had my brain thinking like, wow, I didn't know there was mercy in the Old Testament. I thought it was an eye for an eye. So then is that what Christ meant when he said it was said of old, it was an eye for an eye?
Yeah.
But we never considered the mercy aspect.
We
of the
never
law.
considered the mercy at
Wow.
all.
I just came to that realization. The
Look, you
water. I
gotta
never
really-
knew that.
Yeah, remember we was taught that it was no grace, it was no mercy, it wasn't none of that.
Right.
It didn't
Con-
come with Christ. They're saying Christ brought. What did it say? It said the Christians use Moses brought the law, but Christ brought mercy and truth or grace or something. I got to get a Christian on here, man. They ain't none of them even
That's
show up.
wrong. That was Matthew 23:23.
That was Matthew 23:23.
Oh, that's going in the clip.
Yeah,
that's
that
going
was
in,
that's
that's
a mean
going
one.
in the extended clip.
That's a mean one. That's definitely a mean one.
That's going in the clip.
Now, what else do they say? The weird. They so weird. Yeah, I know. Oh, we gotta touch this one. Galatians. Good night. You know they love their Galatians 3. Good night. Galatians 3. Woo! You better believe it. Let's get that one. Ain't it? Is it Galatians 3 or Galatians 5? Now this one. Now you know what? This one gonna be a little fun. All right, hold on. Let me go up. Let me get it. You know, let me ask y'all this before we go deep into it. What do you think it is? Why do you think? Okay, we know that they're blind. We know that they can't see. They have eyes that they cannot see, and ears that they cannot hear. Right. Well, what do you think it is? Like, what do you think? Me personally, I believe it's the linguistics. Like when I look at and I hear a Christian talk and they talk about the Bible and all that, to me, it's the linguistics. Mm-hmm. What do you think it is, Officer of War? I think it's the linguistics myself. And just for those that don't understand my position when I say linguistics, I'm saying that every language has rules, you know, within their culture. So when they say certain things, it's a part of their culture. That's how they express it. Like in Philly, we say, "Ya mean." Ya mean could be anything, but it depends on the context. I can say, "You feel me, ya mean," or I can say, "Yeah, ya mean." Did you see the ya mean? It depends on the context. Right? So everything is about the context and about the linguistics. One of the perfect ones I want to say is Jew and Gentile. The linguistics for Jew and Gentile is the word Jew is the word Judea, but they apply that to all Israel. And then the word the word Jew, I'm Gentile, they apply that to the whole world. So that is the Western culture's linguistics for that. When they see Jew and Gentile, automatically in their mind, that's to the whole world. That's to everybody. That's their linguistics. So that I think that's the major problem.
Colonel Kunser, I agree. I concur. And I have a precept for that. Well, not a precept, but it's a precept that could explain your what you're trying to say.
Go ahead. Which one?
Officer Kaash, could you get me Romans 9:24? Now, Officer Tashiam, I like going to Romans 9:24 because I'm gonna have Priest Kaash do exactly what you're saying about linguistics. I want him to read it straight through, and then I'm gonna tell you to read it and substitute a word.
Mm-hmm.
Romans 9:24.
Come on.
And let me know, Officer Tashiyam, if you agree, if that express what you're saying.
I know exactly where you're going. I'm with you. I'm with you.
It says, even us, whom he have called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles.
Okay, so now I want you to read it again, and instead of Jews, I want you to put Judah.
Come on. Even us, whom he have called, not of the Judah only, but also of the Gentiles.
You see how it changes linguistically, sir?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It gives more context. Because like you said, Jew seems broad. But when you pare it down to the correct word, which is
Right.
Judah, Paul is saying not only the Judites only, because then later on Paul stated his registry that he's a Benjamite.
Right.
So you understood that was the argument. Paul was trying to tell Peter, not only you Judites in Jerusalem. And that's why he said, I'm the apostle of the Gentiles, because I'm a Benjamite. I'm part of the scattered. That's
Yeah.
why I'm the apostle of the Gentiles, the apostle of the scattered Israelites.
And you're right. That's exactly, you're actually, you want me to keep reading?
No, sir. I just wanted to see if that's what you was expressing.
No,
when you say
that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly, because when they see it automatically, that's everybody. That's all Israel right there. They're not looking at it exactly like you said. That's the linguistics of it. Even when they see the word world, God so loved the world.
Right.
Automatically, when they see that word world, the linguistics of the Western culture, that's everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So that's why I like because, and also too, sir, they don't know biblical history.
No,
Christians
never
do
that.
not understand biblical history. So
Never.
if you don't understand the history about Judah and Israel, you would never, number one, understand Paul. As a matter of fact, you won't understand Paul.
I think you will not understand Paul. You will
Yeah,
not.
you-
You know, that was one of Esau's greatest moves right there. That was a hell of a pivot right there. To take out the Apocrypha, because now you could go and you can put whatever linguistics you want, just like you're saying. Like we're saying, Jew can be all 12 tribes, Gentiles can be everybody in the world. The word world could be everybody. Everything changes. Yeah, everything changes. When you take that out, everything changes. Everything. What was we about to go to?
It was in Galatians.
Yeah, Galatians. That's a big one.
Galatians.
All right, I got one. All right, I got one. All right, I got him. Hold on. I got it. All right, so you got now. I want you got that Galatians 3, right?
Okay.
All right, wait. Let me go to Galatians 3 and 4. As many as his words. It's one I want to go to that's crazy. Okay. Spirit, Abraham.
And if you need me to read, sir, Salaki, I could read. Officer Kash, just pull up the precepts so I can read it on the screen.
All right. And the Lord.
Nah, I'll take over. You know what I mean? I'm the youngest one here, so it's all good. No worries.
Okay.
No worries.
Most on Christ.
I'm looking for that one where it says, it talks about it. It might be the one where it talks about no man is justified by the works of the law. Ain't that where's that at? Ain't that in there? Knowing therefore that they which are by faith are the same. I can't, and they pull it on me all the time. You got it? I thought it was in there.
Galatians 3 and 10.
Is it 3 and 10? Let me see. For as many have the works.
Yeah, that's the one that is.
Galatians 2:16.
I think that's it.
Galatians
Now-
2:16, sir, Salaki.
That's it. I think that's it. 2 and 16. Let me see. I think that's it. I think that's it. Okay, so you got 2 and 16. Yeah, that's it. Now, all right, so you got that, and then there's another one in Romans. Let me try to pull this one. Whenever a Christian hit me with that one, I come back at him with this one right here. All right. Let's see. It's been so long since I pulled him. Romans.
Would it be Romans 2:13 or 3:20?
I think it's You say that one, Romans what? 2:13, right? I think that's it. I think that's it.
Okay,
I think it's Romans 2:13. That's exactly right. So now, okay, yep, that's it. So now we pull that one up. Galatians 2:16. Now this one's a big one. This is a big one right here. This is a big one. This is a big one.
This is Galatians chapter 2 and verse 16. Knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law.
So that's the most important part of this precept. Knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law. Go ahead.
But by the faith of Yahawashi Mashiach.
All right. Keep going.
Even we have believed in Yahawashi Mashiach, that we might be justified by the faith of the Mashiach.
Okay, so Romans 2:13 says, you got it, a war.
We get it now.
So remember, you got Romans, and those that are listening, right? Romans 3:16 saying, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahawashi Mashiach, which is known to the world as Jesus Christ, right? But Romans 2:13 says this.
For not the hearers of the law are just before the Most High, but the doers of the law shall be justified.
So now you got one that says the doers of the law shall be justified. And then you got knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law. So you got one that says what? Doing the law, you are justified. And then you got one that a man is not justified by the works of the law. What the hell do we got going on here? Is this a contradiction? What's going on? Who got it? You got it? What's going on? Hey,
Sir,
go ahead.
Will the answer be faith without works?
Faith without works is absolutely, when you talk about knowing that a man is not the hearers of the law shall be just, hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers, that's what that is. That's the work that's okay. So that they'll know. What we're saying is we're not saying that doing, and this is the answer to 2:13. You want to go ahead and break that down, Officer War? You want me to get it?
You got it, sir. Salaki.
All right. When he says, "For not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law, right, are just." And Officer War said, "Faith without works is dead." Is absolutely right. What we're saying is, once you come into the truth, right, and you start to walk in the truth, you use the law, you use those commandments to navigate you. That's your moral compass at that point, right, is the actual law. So now when you commit in those righteous acts within the law, that's your work. That's your work. When you love your neighbor as yourself, you know what I'm saying? When you don't look up on another man's wife in lust, right. You know what I'm saying? Now you're that's those works. Now you're justified. So that's the works without faith is dead. So what about Galatians 2:16? Knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahawashi. Now this one right here, this one is that Christians go wild over this one. See, it's about the faith. That's all you got to do is say you believe in Christ. But what is it saying? Knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law. This works of the law is dealing with the animal sacrifices. This is what that's talking about. It's talking about that work in the law. Is no, like under that old covenant, that's what we did. We did animal sacrifices. We did fleshly sacrifices. Right. But that work under that right there doesn't, no. Now we can have faith in Yahawashi. Remember, there's two covenants. They got the old covenant, they got the new covenant. The new covenant we just read, Christ brought that spirit of the law. You can believe in Yahawashi. Faith comes by hearing. Once you start walking in that truth, now you start to commit those righteous acts by walking in the law. But it's saying that the works, that sacrifice, you can't be justified by that. You can't be justified by that. Let me get a precept for that. What precept we got for that? Or you got one for that?
Colonel Concert, if I could, I don't know if this is it. Psalms 51 and 17.
Psalms 51 and 17.
I started 16. Start at 16.
You got that? Psalms.
Right now, Psalms 51.
This explained the Most High doing away with the work of the law.
And then I'm gonna get Hebrews after that. You want Psalms 51,
verse 16 and 17.
15 and
Salman Khan, Psalms 51 and 16.
Hold on, let me pull him up for you. All right, you got it.
Salman Khan. For thou desirest not sacrifice, else would I give it. Thou delightest not in burnt offering. That sacrifice.
So right there, the Most High did away with the sacrificing of animals, right? And we know that the wages of sin is death. So if we're sinning and there is no more sacrifice, we're slated for death. Read on.
The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit.
All right, what?
A broken spirit.
That's the faith of Christ. Read on.
A broken and contrite heart. Oh God, thou will not despise.
Would that be a good one, sir?
Hell yeah. That's a good one. I'm gonna get one too. Hebrews 10. You know, the Christians, I like to keep them in the New Testament. They get to acting crazy. Yeah, they get to acting crazy. Oh no, that's the Old Testament. They love to say that. Oh, that's the Old Testament.
Right.
And this was a kind of a big one too. It depends on what type of Christian you're talking to. This one right here, Hebrews 10.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, you got it.
Khan. Hebrews chapter 10. Chapter 10, verse 1. For the law, having a shadow of good things to come.
Stop right there for a minute because Christians get tricky. I used to be a Christian that used this too. I used to say the whole law is a shadow.
Damn.
Yeah. Hey, yo, trust me. You're going to run into a Christian that's going to say the whole law was a shadow. And they go from book to book showing Christ was this shadow in the book of Exodus, in the book of Genesis, in the book of Numbers, in all the books. They started to go, Christ was the ark. You never heard that before? Christ was the ark? Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold on. I know I ain't the only one.
Like Noah's Ark?
Yeah, hold on. A officer of war. You ain't never heard that before?
La Asa Salaki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's talking some different Christians.
Hey, yo, you never heard anybody else ever? Yes, the ark was Christ. It was a shadow, a picture of Christ.
Nah, I've never. That's the first time I'm hearing it today.
Yes, every book. I used to teach this.
Crazy.
Yeah, I used to teach it. I'm sorry, Salakia. I used to teach it that the whole law. Listen, the whole law is not a shadow. Go ahead.
Khan. And not the very image of the things.
So it's saying for the law having a shadow of good things to come. So within the context of the law, it has it has shadows of good things to come. That's what it's saying, right? Go ahead.
Can never with those sacrifices.
With those what?
Sacrifices.
And that's what we're talking about. That work, you cannot be justified by that work of the sacrifice anymore. So in Galatians, when it says no man is justified by the works of the law, that's what it's talking about. It's saying you can never be justified by that sacrifice, which they offered year by year, continually making the commerce therefore perfect. Keep going.
For then would they not have ceased to be offered, because that the worshipers once purged should have no more conscience of sins.
So look, that's what it's talking about. That's what it's referring to. So when it goes to John, And we're gonna go back to Galatians. I wanted to do Matthew, but since we was in Galatians is a big one. Galatians 3. What about the tutorer? Oh, you know they love the schoolmaster. What about that? Oh, the schoolmaster. You ever heard that one before?
Colonel Khan.
The Christians I spoke to, and they just stuck to Matthew 5 and 17. That was it.
Man, you don't got no seasoned Christians. You need some.
I know. I be getting like a retard. I mean, we can't say retard, but
Yeah, don't say that.
slow Christians.
Yeah, you gotta come on, man. You gotta step your game up, man. You gotta talk to the real Christians, man.
Slow Christians.
Yeah, you gotta talk to the real Christians. We probably gonna close out with that Galatian piece. Let's go to the Galatian piece. Where was that? Where they start at? Usually they go to what? Now to Abraham and his seed. There it is. Galatians 3 and 16.
This is Galatians chapter 3 and verse 16. Now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made.
Now to us, this is where it rings in the ear, because a Christian can listen to the Bible be read to them, and to them it's saying something completely different from what it's saying to you. So when it says, now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made, that right there is
Right.
that's a drop the mic moment for us.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Side note. Is this proving that Christ is Isaac?
I never used this for that.
But as of one, and to thy seed, which is Yahushua, Mashiach. I'm just asking a question. I'm not saying it is. The way it reads.
That's not, I didn't never use that for that. But see, the reason why I think it's saying it like that is because what it's leading to. So it says it says now to Abraham and his seed where the promise is made, he said not, and to seeds as of many, but as one, and to thy seed, which is Christ. So it was leading to Christ. But let me just see where it's leading to. All right, because I think this is leading to something. But what Christians like to say right here, that you become an Abraham seed by faith. Y'all heard that before?
Yeah, I heard that one.
Yeah. Right? You heard that? Huh? What'd you say?
I heard that, sir.
So that's what they're going to say. And then they're going to take you back to Abraham. They're going to take you back to Abraham. I actually did this on this show a couple times. And it says, and this I say, that the covenant that was confirmed before of God in Christ, the law, which was 430 years afterward, cannot disannul that it should make the promise of non-effect. Now, okay, so what Christians say on that? You all know what they say on that? You ever heard this one before, a war?
La'asa.
Man, we got to try to call a Christian up. Let me see. Let's try to make a Christian phone call. Hold on. Let's see. Would they try to use this precept right here, 17, to get away from the law and say that Abraham came before the law and salvation came through Abraham before the law, so it's not through the law? That's what they try to say. This guy Wiggs, man, really is hiding, man. He never not answered my phone call this many times. Go ahead, verse 18. Go ahead.
Khan 18. For if the inheritance be of the law, it is no more a promise, but God gave it to Abraham by promise.
So you see how they do it? Do you see how they would say that the promise came through Abraham and it's not about the law? So that's why you can get rid of the law. You see that's how they say it. Think about it. They're saying verse 17, read 17 and 18 again.
Khan, verse 17. And this I say, that the covenant that was confirmed before of God in Christ, the law, which was 430 years after, cannot disannul that it should make the promise of none effect. For if the inheritance be of the law,
So he's saying if the promise, which is that salvation that we talking about, comes by the law, go ahead.
it is no more of promise.
It is no more promise. Go ahead.
But God gave it to Abraham.
But God gave it to Abraham. So that's what they use. It's through Abraham. So if you have faith in Abraham, you get saved. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. So then we would have to go back to Abraham. Can we go back to Abraham? Let's go back to Abraham. This is what they do. You got something you want to add on that, Officer of War?
Well, also, I was just saying that's a good way to bypass Psalms 147.
Yep. It is. It is. So what they do is they go to Genesis 17 and is it John 17? Yeah, 17 and 1. Yeah. And they'll say, I mean, it's just so ridiculous. But this is what they'll use. They'll use verse. Y'all never heard this before?
Like, okay, I've heard Christians say we have to go back to the way Abraham done it, but they never expounded on this verse right here. They would always just go back
to Abraham.
Right. They would always just go back. And I always just went to, okay, the promise, the seed.
Got you. Well, this is the one that they go. This is it right here. But remember, it says seed as in one, not seed as in many. So you got to keep that in mind too. But this is what they use. We're gonna start at verse 10. Let's you got one you want to start at a war. You got one you want to start at?
Also, we'll go with this.
Damn, pasta is delicious. So lock you up.
Genesis 17 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
This is Genesis 17 and 10. Ye observe days and months.
17 and 10. Good night. What I say?
Like, yeah, I'm in. Hold on. I ain't clicked the next one.
All right. Good night.
This is my covenant which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee.
Okay, so once again, this is where the linguistics come in at, because in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we understand the Bible. So once this is read, this is my covenant which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. This is a mic drop moment again. But for Christians, the linguistics is different. So to them, they think, okay, yeah, that's true, but it's more to come. Go ahead.
Kamakan. Every man child among you shall be circumcised.
So they believe it's the circumcision that is the sign of salvation.
Right.
That's what they believe.
Making sense now.
Yeah. So they believe that if they circumcise the slave, that slave, because he's circumcised, now he's a part of the covenant.
Right.
That's how they look at it. Go ahead, keep going. So we can.
And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and there shall be a token of the covenant between me and you.
So this is where I jump off at when I'm having these discussions, because it says it's between me and you. So it's between Abraham and the Most High. It's not between Abraham, his servants, and the Most High.
Right.
So Abraham is the only one. What I usually say to Christians is, are you telling me that someone could come to Israel, look around, find a nice piece of land, circumcise themselves, and say, I want it, and they in? You feel me? Not understanding that these are those that Abraham bought. You got something you want to add on that, or?
Also, I'm disagreeing.
Verse 11. Verse 12. I'm still lucky.
And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you, every man child in your generations. He that is born in the house or bought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed.
So anyone that is born in the house or bought with money of any stranger, which is not thy seed. So now this part right here, they warm it up right here.
Yeah, that's linguistics, sir.
Yeah, it's all linguistics. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, it is all linguistics. What? You can't tell them nothing right here. Now let's dive into this one a little bit, if I may, real quick, right?
Mhm.
If an Israelite is born in your house and a non-Israelite is born in your house, is there a law for those two?
Yes, Khan Khan.
There is. And this is what you can use for this. So when they say, well, this is talking about a stranger, okay, well, you could have an Israelite stranger born in your house, and you can have a non-Israelite stranger born in your house. We have a law for how we supposed to treat an Israelite that's born, that's in our house, that's a stranger, because Israelite can be a stranger, and a non-Israelite born in our house can be a stranger. I hate to pull it again because I done pulled it so many times on this show, but I'm gonna have to, ain't it?
Leviticus 23.
God, it's crazy, but we're gonna have to pull it so that they'll know that those that are bought with money. Let's keep reading though, and then we'll go to it. Verse 13. Those that are bought with money and born in the house. Let's go to it real quick. Leviticus 23 and 44. Let's go right to it. 23 and 44. I think it's 44. I could be wrong. Hold up. Is it 25? Hold up. Man, I think it's 25. Leviticus 20. Is it 20?
I think it's right.
25?
No, 40 something.
Hold on.
No, that's
No.
the end of the joint.
Nah, that ain't it. You sure? Boom. Let me say that it. Yep, it's 25 and 44. So this is the law. Let me pull it up. So remember, we're gonna show you Israelites. First, let me show you Israelite stranger. Go up to 35. So remember, it said stranger. A Christian gonna say that if a non-Israelite stranger is born in your house, he can get an inheritance. That's not true. And this is what it says about an Israelite stranger. Go ahead.
Leviticus 25 and 35. And if thy brother be waxen poor and fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him. Yea, though he be a stranger or a sojourner.
So this is an Israelite that's a stranger, right? Go ahead.
That he may live with thee. Take thou no usury of him.
All right, go down to verse 39.
Verse 39. And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bond servant.
So a bond servant would be the one that was bought. So you got two. So what if he was to have children in your house and all of that? Go ahead, verse 40.
But as a hired servant and as a sojourner, he shall be with thee and shall serve thee unto the year of Jubilee.
So this is the Israelite stranger that is born in your house. All right. He serves you as a hired servant or as a sojourner, right? And he shall be with you until the year of Jubilee. Right? Keep going.
And then shall he depart from thee, both he and his children with him, and shall return unto his own family, unto the possession of his father shall he return.
So that's what if an Israelite stranger is born in your house, he got kids born. Salakia, Israelite stranger has children that's born in your house. He served until the year Jubilee, and after the year Jubilee, the year Jubilee, he returns to his own possession. That's an Israelite stranger born in your house. Keep going.
For they are my servants, which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondmen.
They should not be sold as bondmen. But then when you go down to verse 44, let's look at a non-Israelite stranger born in your house. How should you treat him? What is there a law for that? Let's see. Go ahead.
Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids which thou shalt have shall be of the heathen that are round about you.
So these are non-Israelites. Man, I got to do this precept all the time. These are non-Israelites, right? Go ahead.
Them ye shall buy.
Those are the ones that Abraham, they was talking about with Abraham. When the Most High gave Abraham that law, that commandment, he told him, listen, you got to circumcise everybody. Even those servants that you bought, you got to circumcise them. If they have children on the 8th day, you got to circumcise them. Anybody that's living under your roof got to be circumcised. That's just like anybody that come to my house got to take their shoes off.
Right.
You just got to take your shoes off. It doesn't matter if you live there or not. It doesn't matter if you a family stranger or a stranger that's not family. Everybody got to take their shoes off. Even me. Everybody. There's no exceptions. It's the same thing. What you about to say?
I just want to say, you know what I mean? And that's what salvation is for heathens. It is being a slave unto the Israelites. That's how they're going to be saved. You know what I mean? When they can be a slave to us. It just like click. That's all. You know what I mean? How you read stuff?
Verse 44. Read it again one more time.
Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you.
Mm-hmm.
Of them shall you buy bondmen and bondmaids.
Go ahead.
Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, and of them shall you buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land.
So those children that they have, remember, if a stranger is born in your land, Israel, Christians thinking that this is talking about now all of a sudden they magically can become you, and now they magically can get your inheritance. That's not what that's saying. So it says, which they begot in your land. Go ahead. Read the whole 45 again.
Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall you buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be your possession.
They shall be what?
Your possession.
So it's a whole. So there is a law for those non-Israelite strangers that you bought and you circumcised. They shall be your what?
Possession.
Verse 46.
And you shall take them as an inheritance for your children.
So they should be an inheritance to your children after you. It's completely different from an Israelite stranger. Go ahead.
To inherit them for a possession. They shall be as your bondmen forever, but over your brethren, the children of Israel, you shall not rule over one another with vigor.
All right. And that's how you handle that. That's that.
And also,
go ahead.
If they're voting for, you know what I mean, the Abrahamic faith, that's still slavery, which is crazy to me. You know what I mean? You still want your people to be under you. That's crazy.
This is crazy. So now I want to go back to that piece in Abraham. That's 17 and 12. Let me go back to that so they could get clarity on that. That's 17 and 12, right? Read that again. Wait. Yeah. 13.
13 and 12.
It's 17.
17.
12 and 13. So that's what a Christian would say. They would say that. They would say that this faith that Abraham had was faith for his seed. It's not seed as in many. Go ahead.
He that is, Genesis 17 and 13, he that is born in thy house and he that is bought with thy money must needs be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant.
Go ahead.
And the uncircumcised man, child, whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people.
So this is what it's saying. It's not saying that this is the faith and now you can be circumcised and now all of a sudden, boom, you get the inheritance. That's not what that's saying. And to prove it, well, let's keep reading because we're going to close out with this one. Keep reading.
15. And God said unto Slakia, the end of 14, he have broken my covenant. And God said unto Abraham, as for Sarai, thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall be her name.
Mhm.
And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. And I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations.
This is something that Christians never really look at, and they skip over. That is saying that Sarah will be a mother of nations. Go ahead.
Kings of people shall be of her.
Kings of people shall be of her.
Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed, and said in his heart, shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear?
So he like, man, come on. For real. Man, there ain't no kids coming up out of here. Right? 18.
And Abraham said unto God, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee.
Now, I wanted to get to this is because he's asking about Ishmael. I mean, listen, if the promise can go to anybody, why wouldn't it be able to go to Ishmael? He's asking. And guess what? Ishmael is his seed.
Right.
But the Most High said in verse 16, I will bless her. Well, not what's her name?
Hagar.
Yeah, not Hagar. It's talking about Sarah. And I will give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be called the mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her. So he's asking for Ishmael. I don't understand what Christians is saying that it can go to anybody, and this faith of Abraham can go to anybody, because it could have clearly went to Ishmael. You got something you want to add to that, Officer of War?
Right. No, you're exactly right. I just go by to what the scripture says. It went to her, to Sarah.
I mean, just real simple. I mean, it is. And then he goes and says, verse 19, you got it.
And God said, Sarah, thy wife, shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him.
Verse 20.
And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him.
Stop right there. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is because a blessing and the promise, the inheritance, those are two different things. The covenant, those are two different things. Ishmael can be blessed. Anyone can be blessed. But the covenant, which is the promise, which is the inheritance, the one that's between Abraham and his seed, you can't get that, because Ishmael would have got it right here.
Right.
You got something you want to add? Or?
Right. Just like how Esau was blessed with the sword.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
That blessing don't mean he's going to inherit the kingdom, or that he got any covenant with the Most High.
Right.
He just had, like you said, a blessing. Anybody could get a blessing from God.
Anybody. Go ahead, keep going.
Khan. But my covenant, Slakia, as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation.
Mm-hmm.
But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year.
Yeah, and guess what? That get even heavier right there. But the point is, I wanted to bring out is the fact that there is no way to the faith of Abraham, and now all of a sudden you Abraham's seed. That's not how it works. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
And unfortunately, this is what Christians do. This is what they say. This is what they do. I really wanted them to be on tonight, because we even had one where he wanted to bring out something on the magic birth. Yeah. He wanted to bring something out on the magic birth. But Apostle Carlos will be here next week, man. He couldn't come on this week. He'll definitely be here next week. Got anything you want to talk about while we're closing out?
Yeah, the oppressor is the devil.
What about you, War? You good? You twat?
Yeah, I'm Tawab, sir. This was a informative class, because I learned a lot myself. You know, I didn't know mercy is in the Old Testament.
Yeah, mercy is there. It is
You
definitely
know.
there. And then but that was a perfect precept you pulled though, on the murder piece. That was perfect because it's right within the fabric of the law.
Kind of a concert, right? The city of refuge and the murderer.
Yeah. So that's you can't get no plainer than that. All right. So in saying that, anything else y'all want to add? Anything y'all got to say? We'll be back next week, same time, same position. Hopefully Apostle Carlos will definitely be here. He'll definitely be here, but I don't know about Wiggy. I don't know about old Wiggs.
Definitely not.
Yeah, Wiggs. Look who's calling me now. Hold on. This is Wiggs now.
Yeah, at the end of the show.
Yeah, at the end of the show. Hey, yo, Wiggs, man, you know you ain't right out.
I just woke up, man. You got the show now? We're done at.
Man, we about to bounce, man. We'll do it next week, man.
Okay.
We'll do it. You know we talking about you too, man. You went you went real wiggy. All right.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man, shit, nigga. They tear their head off, nigga.
Pray where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no hoe lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, it's an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers can they spin, I ain't listening. Is effective. If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jacob. I war, we gon' run the summer. It's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. As who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it Young Pay. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit life work on who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, he's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow son, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.